Ben and I go way, way back. We really met in elementary school. And we have a difference of opinion about exactly when we met. I think maybe 5th or 6th grade. He says in the sandbox in kindergarten, somewhere in between. And so we then went on to junior high together.
I first met Ben Cardin in 1959 while we were both students in the Baltimore City College High School.
I met Ben in the early 1980s. I was a young member of the City Council. He was a young member of the House of Delegates.
I'm not exactly sure. Certainly it was before we went to the General Assembly together in 1966.
I met Senator Cardin 58 years ago. It seems just like yesterday.
And then he went to City and I went to Forest Park. And by the 10th grade, we went out and never dated anybody else again. That was it. We actually got married November 1964. He had just started law school. We went away. He tells the story. We got married on a Tuesday night before Thanksgiving. And then we went to New York for a honeymoon so we could be back so he could be in law school on Monday. And he would be able to tell you the exact teacher who called on him Monday morning, even though they knew that he had just gotten married on his honeymoon. They showed no mercy.
We went to our first classes together. He was not at all outspoken. He never raised his hand or answered a question unless called upon. And after 3 years of watching that kind of unassuming, humble manner, I was amazed to find he was number one in our class.
By the way, he ran for the General Assembly while he was still in law school. In fact, he was elected while he was still in law school.
When Ben was elected to the House of Delegates, that was his 3rd year. So Ben would commute back and forth every day. I can't remember the schedule, but he never missed any classes and he never missed any of the session, the 90 days.
I think Ben's greatest strength is his intellect and his integrity. He is a man of political courage.
I do think that his core values that he has lived and embraced are the core values that he would encourage of others, stressing equality of opportunity, justice, the fact that a fair and just system requires fair and just laws, but also lawyers who are going to make sure that people have access to justice.
Legally, Ben has, as most people know, been a stickler for the law, a great defender of the law, and a believer in judicial doctrine. And it's been through the simple eloquence of his example as a member of Congress, but as someone also trained in the law, to set a standard and an example that I hope young law students look at. But more importantly, I hope young elected officials look at also, because it's the type of leadership and the type of standard that only can make us better as a society.
He has lived his life based upon his principles and based upon what's right and based upon consideration for people.
It's hard to talk about being proud without filling up. I'm proud of him all the time. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love the way he presents himself. I love the way he represents people. We talk about ethics. Ben has a saying, because it's the right thing to do. And that's how he lives his life. And it means everything to me.
I think one of the things that is most amazing is he ran an ad when he was running for the United States Senate. And the ad named some things that Ben had been working on. And then at the end it said, "Brought to you by your friend Ben." And I thought, is that corny? No, it's true. And it's because he's so earnest and open. And he just exudes trust.
And it's a wonderful way to live. I mean, he's an optimist, and it sure gets you through a lot of rough times when you're an optimist.